This is part 3 of my 4-part series on my first terrible tenant. I am making this series so that you can learn from my mistakes, but also to emphasize that I've been doing this since 2017, and this has been my first terrible tenant experience. So this third video is going to cover what I think midterm hosts or any kind of landlord in the furnished space, what they should have in their arsenal of tools, what they should have as a toolkit if they are planning on self-managing. Before we get started, I'm going to mention 9 products in 3 different categories, and those categories are prevention, cleaning, and repair. And I guess my challenge to you is that if you have products that you really like, that you have found helpful for yourself in this space or just around your house, if they're not mentioned in this video, you should drop them in the comments, because again, we're just trying to help this community save time and have successful properties. All right, the first one, in hindsight, it's like so stupid that I didn't do it in the first place, and that is a prevention measure. Obviously, if you're gonna have furniture in there, you want to protect it. And so all of my furniture going forward in any rental in my house, everywhere, will get a thick layer of Scotchgard. You're actually supposed to hit it up twice with Scotchgard, so I will be doing that. Also, as a note, everything that I'm about to mention, I will have a list of in the description down below. Something you should know about Scotchgard, though, is that you need to be doing it in a ventilated space, or you need to do it and walk away. All right, so that's my only prevention tip. If you have something that you think is better than Scotchgard, let me know. So now we're going to move on to cleaning. So you've walked in, you've realized that it smells, or there have been some issues. These cleaning products aren't necessarily going to be brooms or mops or Mr. Clean Rags. It's going to be more about how to alleviate smells and how to neutralize your furniture if pets have been on them. If you've watched my videos in the past, you know I'm extremely pet friendly because I think it narrows your competition and opens your pool of tenants, but pets do come with some risk, smell being the big one. Great news though, the thing that I learned in the last month is that while cat urine is nearly impossible to neutralize, almost all other smells are really not that big of a deal, and there are some great products to help you. Right, so number 1, Nature's Miracle. This would be something that you could put on most surfaces to let it sit, and it will help with pet smells and other smells. Second, an Ozone Machine. I have discussed this in other videos, but the benefit of the Ozone Machine is that they're not that expensive. You can buy one for under $100 on Amazon. I'm linking, but then you just plug it in and you walk away. It is dangerous to houseplants, so it apparently will kill houseplants and it will make you and your animals sick. So you just want to not be there when it's running, but you can certainly walk in and change the location and stuff without any consequence to your health. The longer it runs, the better. Third, someone was kind enough last week to drop in the comments that she really liked Woolite Advantage, Pet and Stain. Third, someone was kind enough last week to drop in the comments that they really liked Woolite's product for pet and stain remover with Oxy. She said she thought this product worked better than any other one. I haven't used it, but since she felt strongly enough to put it in the comments, I'm going to include it because I think it must be a pretty good product. And then fourth, and I hesitate to mention this, but I think Febreze air fresheners. The reason why I hesitate to mention air fresheners is because I think they're pretty gross. It's usually a very distinct smell. You know what it is. It doesn't smell like nature, and it doesn't smell good. Also, I can say as a realtor, you immediately feel suspicious when you walk in and smell air fresheners everywhere. Like, it doesn't set the scene well, and also it immediately makes you think there's an underlying smell that's a problem here. However, I found spraying Febreze did a better job of neutralizing the smell than anything. It's just that it didn't last that long. So I think the Febreze air fresheners would work better as far as neutralizing the smell long term. I also think Febreze doesn't have the nasty fake artificial smell that a lot of the other air fresheners do. All right, and before we get into the final section, repair, just a reminder that if you have a product that you like, to drop it in the comments. Found this video to be helpful as far as setting up a landlord kit for your furnished rental. Please like this video because it will help other people in the community find it, and really the goal of this channel is to make all aspiring landlords or hosts life easier. On that note, I would be remiss to not mention that I have 3 books on Amazon around midterm rentals. Have time to watch the videos or to read all of the books, and you just want to ask me one-to-one questions specific about your property, reach out to me via email. I have packages for 1 hour, 2 hours, 6 hours, and or I can just set up your listing too. All right, and the final phase, repair. So the first product, Putty, I'm embarrassed to admit that it's not that I didn't know how to use Putty, it's just like one of those things I've been avoiding my whole life. Anyways, stop avoiding Putty. It's a very easy to use product, as I'm sure most of you know. 2, paint supplies. So I have a link to this, but I think just a kit around paint is really helpful. So this particular kit has different roller sizes, different attachments, drop cloths, things like that. So it's not that hard to get started with painting. It's that you need a number of things to get going. So again, that's why I recommend this particular kit. I thought it was pretty good. Pro tip, if you forget to clean out a roller or a paintbrush, don't throw it away. You just soak it in hot water and Dawn for like an hour or 2, and you'll be able to use it in the future. So this kit should be reusable for quite some time. Tip number 4 under repair, getting paint out of the floor is actually not that hard. It's much harder to get it out of your clothes. So if you spill paint on the floor, you actually can just probably tackle it with a toothbrush and some Dawn, and it should come up easy enough. If it doesn't, denatured alcohol, also linked to below, will take it right up. And finally, number 9 in your toolkit, 4th under repair, is a lady toolkit. I find it very annoying when companies make stuff pink and qualify it as being lady friendly. I don't really want to support that. However, this toolkit seemed to have everything you needed. It was priced well and it had a lot of good reviews, so I'm going to throw it on there. The main thing I was looking for in the toolkit was one with a small drill, because I do think drills make a huge difference, and this particular toolkit has that. The 4th video is coming out this week, and we will talk about how the new tenants received the place, and also what our insurance told us about recouping some of these costs.